A tragic hit and run in South Carolina, leaving a college campus shaken. 24-year-old Rosalie Fernandez Cruz, an illegal migrant from El Salvador, has been charged with the hit and run death of a 21-year-old, that is Nate Baker, who is a business major enrolled at the University of South Carolina.
Baker had been riding a motorcycle when the collision happened and was pronounced dead at a local hospital. In a statement from his fraternity, brothers call him, quote, a brother, a leader, a role model, and a true embodiment of what our fraternity stands for. Joining us now is South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson, who's since announced that his office will be prosecuting the suspect in the case. So, AG, welcome, and thanks so much for coming on. You know, this is unfortunately a real-world example of an illegal migrant who's come into the country, obviously not following the law there, but also not following the rules of the road, right? And ending in tragedy for a young American student. Can you just share your thoughts about what's running through your mind in this case?
Well, the first thing, as a parent of teenagers, my heart goes out to the Baker family and the University of South Carolina community, the students there and the people who knew this young man with such a bright future. It's heart-wrenching. It just hits you in the gut as a parent, as a human being. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is this underscores the importance of local law enforcement, my office working with our federal law enforcement partners in enforcing laws that promote and protect our respective communities here in South Carolina. The last several years, we've had tens of millions of people flood into the United States who are here illegally. Many are not a threat to our communities, but many are. And that is why I'm so grateful that we're able to now engage with ICE and Homeland Security and our federal law enforcement partners to go after illegal immigrants who are here. Many are violent members of violent gangs like Tren de Aragua, MS-13. Nearly all of the drug trafficking cases I have originate with Mexican drug cartels coordinating with these gangs. So while this particular individual on this case is not a known associate of these gangs, it underscores the importance of immigration enforcement. We want safe communities, we want safe neighborhoods for our respective citizens, and that's why my office is taking this case. We have ongoing investigations right now involving illegal immigration in South Carolina that the general public does not know about, and that is one of the reasons we took this case, to basically try to bring those efforts to bear on illegal immigration in South Carolina.
Oh, you've got the federal authorities behind you on this one. You wouldn't have had that, you know, just a year ago or less than that. In fact, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, she even chimed in recently on that specific tragedy we're discussing here, even posting on X on Wednesday, saying this on Wednesday, 21-year-old Virginia native Nathaniel Nate Baker was driving a motorcycle when he was struck and killed by a driver who fled the scene. The hit-and-run driver was an alien in our country illegally. This tragedy should have never happened. I am praying for Nate, his family, and loved ones. We will get Nate and his family justice. And AG, that is exactly what you're pointing to. Again, justice in the Palmetto State specifically, and keeping residents of the Palmetto State safe. And again, just your thoughts now on knowing that you have support on the federal levels like you've never seen.
Well, first off, I want to commend Secretary Kristi Noem, who is a personal friend of mine, someone that I've actually communicated with since her confirmation as the Homeland Secretary. Her team, Tom Homan, and I've even spoken. I've spoken with many of their local leadership here in South Carolina. Priorities and culture of an organization begin at the top, and you can see that permeating down here in South Carolina. The level of collaboration and coordination I've had with the FBI, Homeland Security investigations, ICE, and others is unparalleled over the last several years. It has been very good. The priorities of the previous administration, they bore out down here at the ground level. And I don't place that blame on local law enforcement leadership, because they have to do what they're told by their leaders in Washington, D.C. But right now, I can tell you that the level of support we're getting, local law enforcement are signing up left and right for the 287G program. That's a program that allows local law enforcement to perform ICE functions. We weren't allowed to do that before January. Now they have streamlined that process. Now local law enforcement and federal law enforcement are working hand in glove to try to protect these communities from violent illegal aliens like Tren de Aragua. Again, I'm incredibly happy that the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Trump administration's right to deport these folks under the Alien Enemies Act, and that's why I led a 27-state coalition to support that to the Supreme Court. This kind of stuff helps us on the ground.